Welcome to the Cell Soul Source podcast. I'm Jackie, a chiropractor, yogi, and Akashic reader, and I'm here to activate healing in light workers of all kinds so they can serve from an empowered place and fulfill their purpose with ease, awe, and wonder. I see and meet so many people who are using affirmations as part of their self-care practice, their rituals, and it's wonderful that we have this level of self-awareness. We've perhaps noticed a pattern and we're using the affirmation to try and recondition ourselves, try and lay down new pathways. We've noticed that perhaps we have limiting beliefs around something. Perhaps we have a thought pattern that's less resourceful. And so it's wonderful that you have that self-awareness and are trying to change it. And so you pick an affirmation, you're using it consistently, but you still get triggered. That thing you're using your affirmation for is still an issue. It comes out of left field, and then you find yourself having to regulate yourself again. You have to ground yourself. You have to walk out in nature. You have to say the affirmation again. And it's almost like you're starting again every time. And so please take everything in this as I have done all of these things myself. So my awareness and my patterns were all around fear. I had a massive fear of making a mistake. I had a massive fear of getting into trouble, of hurting someone. This is a good one. I had a fear of being found out. At any moment now, someone's going to find out that I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not very good at my job. And so that is actually quite a common fear that I come across, the fear of being found out. I had a huge fear of conflict. And so if there was any sign that a conflict was on the horizon, I was aborting, reversing, getting out of there. I had a fear of speaking up. And so the common theme is fear. So let me explain to you how that would show up. So perhaps you are lying in bed, awake at night, worrying. Did I say everything I needed to say to that patient? Did I do enough in the session with the client or the patient? What if they don't feel better next time? What more can I do? Your chest tightens, your heart skips a beat. And maybe it's when you get an email from a patient and you feel yourself bracing, your whole body tenses. So maybe if this is you, you decide to use the affirmation, I am worthy. Or some people use, the more relaxed I am, the more money I make. I can do hard things. I am loved. Whatever your affirmation is, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why that affirmation is not working in the way you desire it to work. So number 1, you are not using the right affirmation for you. If you're anything like me, you noticed the pattern and you picked an affirmation that was its opposite. So you picked what you want to feel instead of what you're currently feeling, which sounds logical. Why would you not do that? But there is actually a way to find your affirmation. Instead of plucking one out of thin air that's the opposite of what you're currently experiencing, there is actually a way, an old, traditional, ancient way, a practice that has been used for centuries to find your affirmation. And I can tell you that you're not using the right affirmation because the one that you're using feels comfortable. It feels cute. And that tells me that it's not the right affirmation for you. Because when you use this ancient, I'm going to call it a spiritual technology to find your affirmation, it's uncomfortable. That affirmation is going to require you to grow and expand to be able to step into that affirmation. I actually teach people how to use Sankalpa. So even words have their own frequency. An affirmation is good, but Sankalpa invokes the centuries of tradition and history and people that have used it before us. I teach people how to use Sankalpa in embodiment, and I teach you how to find it. And let me tell you, when it lands and you find it, it's difficult to speak it out loud. It takes you a while to actually claim it because it's designed to stretch you and call you forward. So if the one you're using feels comfortable and cute, it ain't your one. Number 2, you are not using your affirmation at the right time. You are trying to use your affirmation to rewire an old subconscious thought pattern or limiting beliefs. But you're using your affirmation at a time when you already have programs running in your brain. So you can't lay down a new pathway while you already have programs running. So if you are standing washing the dishes, you are not in the right state to be using your affirmation or your Sankalpa. It will not take root and it will not have the effect that you desire it to have. So there is a time and a frequency to use your Sankalpa or your affirmation in order for it to work. And number 3, this is the biggest one. You haven't done the energetic work to support your affirmation. So like I say, saying it out loud on repeat while you're washing the dishes hasn't shifted any energy. You had to remember to do it, sure, but it hasn't energetically changed anything in the background. So let's go back to my example of the fears that I used to have. So let's say I plucked an affirmation out of thin air that was the opposite of the fear I was feeling. I trust myself to make the right decisions. So let's say that was my affirmation. And I keep on saying it. I say it while I'm driving the car. I say it while I'm at work. I'm saying it all the time. But let's say I look at my emails and I see an unexpected email from Mr. Jones, who I saw that day. And boom, my chest tightens. My heart skips a beat. I didn't have time to affirm that I trust myself to make the right decisions. I saw that email and my whole body tensed up. The energy literally drains from my arms. My heart's racing. My mind is now catastrophizing. This must be bad. Why would he be emailing me? My affirmation did not help me in that situation at all, even though I might have been doing it consistently. even though I might have been doing it for a long time. Because there is something in my field around fear that needs to be cleaned up. If that was not the case, that email would not have triggered me. I would have stayed neutral. I would have opened the email. I would have read it and read that he forgot to ask for a receipt that day. I would have sent him the receipt and carried on with my day. But instead, my body tensed. The energy drained from my arms and my mind was spinning. My heart was racing. It must be bad. Why would he have emailed me? All of those responses, the ones in my body, the ones in my energy, the ones in my mind, are all feedback from my energy bodies showing me where I'm blocked, where I have something in my field that's ready to be cleaned up. When you dissolve the root cause of this blockage first, so do the energetic work first, and then use the right affirmation at the right time, then your affirmation will jump shift you into a higher frequency and help you stay there. Like I said earlier, if you want to find your sankalpa, your deepest desire, and jump shift frequencies until you embody ease, so that you can open that email and remain neutral, then embodiment is for you. We cover this in week 1 because this is like setting the destination in your GPS. We are dissolving the blockage that shows up as fear. We're integrating the energetic shifts required so that you can jump shift into a higher frequency and stay there. And we're also activating the codes for changing the world through your work and having fun while doing it. So please DM me your takeaways from this, how you are using affirmations and how that changes what you're integrating from this. I love to hear from you. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast. I am rooting for you. We rise together. If you feel called, please rate and review. I would really appreciate that.